Okay, so going through the learning about yourself exercises in the organizational behavior textbook, I found quite a few things about myself. So this is my journal entry. Um, in chapter one, the learning about yourself exercise tells me that I'm more of a mentor and a skilled facilitator rather than an innovator or a coordinator. In chapter two, this exercise ended up telling me that I have a personality A type rather than the personality B type. Within the chapter 2, learning about yourself exercises, it ended up telling me that I ranked very low on the emotional intelligence scale, meaning that I can't pick up on people's emotions in order to predict their behaviors. Chapter 3 told me that I'm leaning towards more of professional, intellectual, and family values as being some of the stronger influences in my life. Chapter 4 said learning about yourself exercise. Basically, that the exercise tells me that I'm motivated by power as opposed to the achievement and affiliation categories, which I was surprised to find out by that. Chapter 6 ended up telling me that I was in the second quartile of being able to build and lead an effective team out of the four categories that were presented. Chapter 7's learning about yourself exercise on page 290 says that basically I was a poor listener and that I needed to improve upon my listening skills in order to be a more effective communicator. So I didn't know that about myself. Chapter 8 basically told me that I fall somewhere in between a complete organizational politician and someone with fundamental ethical standards. It was kind of vague on where it ranked me in between those two categories. Chapter 9 ended up telling me that I am of both an avoiding and forcing conflict handling style, so that when conflict resolution should ever arise, I would be more prone to those two. In chapter 10, though, on page 401, the learning about yourself exercise told me that an organizational culture that fits me best is one that is more innovative, informal, as well as humanistic and flexible in its organizational culture. So based on the content of those learning about yourself exercises, I was able to pick up on some of the weaknesses that I do face within the organization, which was quite unsettling at first. But also it showed me, I guess, a few strengths that I also had, which I was also unaware of. So I found personally the exercises to be quite helpful and a good experience all around. Yeah, and that's it.